Okay. All right. And then no. Up. Mic check. Mic check. Okay. Okay. Um, Mic check. Mic check. Okay. Testing 1 2 1 2. All right. Hello. Hello. Okay. Mic check. Mic check. Test. 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 It should be good. Thank you, Liz.
Got your ladies for you. And the mother at the crib, no ready for you. Key, got your ladies for you. And the mother at the crib, no ready for you. And I got it on me, I'm a no fella. Catch a case, they be trying on the nose. No order, no yellow. Anytime that I'm front, I'm on the stage, tell them cut it nuts, then I got a case out. On my first free record, I came for the church, shoot out, so what it fast. I came in on that, then I got it on me, I'm fun shit. They too hard, I'm busting. Too good, I can't touch it. It's West Coast, I can't beat it. South Central, always sunset. It's that West Coast, I can't do it. I'm like, definitely shit. Wanna be when I'm no, fire that we on. See the burgers in the back, I'm seeing. She try to turn into a wife, but she ain't doing. She showing up doing tricks. I've been around, she put me on the floor and display. I know the way she make me grit. I might let you give me, baby, but don't kiss me on my legs. I 1, 2, 3, 4, in a bed, try to trade me home. And it's minute, shit, can't get a face with me. Baby, go to races. All the money, go play the race. Joey Bad and go hey, those things. People like me, beautiful. I guess you no pain, I would do that all day. I feel that for the game, you out of my way. A risk off for the game when they see more than one person. Two people want to, I feel the same in return. I was still in middle school when giving everything. But I didn't drop it before we ever do like the truck. We gon' be family, no matter what way it go, bro. Run the other corner where everybody be straight trucks. I let you man in J's, I let you man my city. But you before my own play, like why the heck did you land? Gave me space like soul time. Never went on my shoulders. You whistle, but I told you. Ain't telling you don't fly so close to me. I'll pull you down and let you. You don't wanna lose those wings. People like me, they're beautiful things. Angels don't fly so close to me. I'm what you want, I'm what you need. You don't wanna lose those wings. People like me, they're beautiful things. check. Testing 1, 2, 3. Mic check. Testing 1, 2. Did I hear that?
Doug. Now we're here, you know? Who's their SID?
Guy straight ahead with the gray hair. Well, gray is
Gray hair?
dyed hair.
What's his name?
Sitting right with Tyler. Yeah, I don't know. You know what? I don't know where you are. Sorry, I was thinking.
Oh, no, it doesn't.
I apologize.
He doesn't really, she doesn't care. He just picks it up. You and me here.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'll be.
Barrett, so just keep it down over there, okay?
Yep. And so I'm doing a YouTube here. So,
Maybe go down.
yeah, let me
that.
move.
I wouldn't want my audio going on your.
Yeah. Let me. I cannot
Just
disconnect
nice.
anything, but let me. I didn't even think that they would have.
Wouldn't have been my first step. I guess it's different. They used to have us over there. Nice.
And here you go.
Oh, thanks.
Not to hit you. So it's kind of a weird deal. You'll need.
Okay, that's all I have. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Wait, you did talk to me. Oh, did you? Yeah, it's great announcer. Thank you. Love that. Nice stuff. Yep.
All right.
Well, these won't be. Event can kind of be distracting.
What's that?
Event can kind of be distracting sometimes when you're calling games.
And I gotta. So we're doing YouTube live here.
So people have to look at you.
Yeah. Sitting here. What's the? How was your Thanksgiving?
Good.
Sorry,
Good.
I wasn't.
Well, I was a little offended that you didn't stick with me.
Yeah. Good. Sorry, but good. You were what? Family or?
Yeah, back home first.
Good.
Yep.
You were. I saw something yesterday. You were cooking some sort of macaroni.
I was. I made mac and cheese yesterday.
Did you bring some today?
I didn't. Well, there's not much left. So.
All right.
Otherwise, you know that you're at the front of my list.
I'll let that slide.
Yeah. You know you would have been number one. That should be a packed house.
Yes.
Jacksonville State
First
UC
ever
Davis
meeting,
in Stockton.
They said there's no connection with any of the players. I've talked to. I always ask Naya. It's funny.
You've been around.
Yeah, and I said, Naya, I'm guessing you don't know anybody on these. He's like, no. She's like, I'm a Kelly girl. So, anyway, that's what's going on.
Thanks.
So,
Glad this worked out with
yeah. So am I. So, and some other stuff, just for broadcast stuff. They got in here on Tuesday and got to go tour Alcatraz and Fisher and Sport.
Wait. They didn't tour your stuff?
They're going to be here for a few days anyway. So, Everybody say hello to their crew.
Get that Glock, gotta spit it like an outfit. How you out check? And get you out here. I'm so there. I do not step. Yeah, I pop. Yeah, I pop check. All the way I'm going. I just feel it. My dog, I got it. Better let me put it. All you put it. I do not condone it. I be going down. I do not condone it. It's a toy, I want it. Yeah, want it 'cause I want it. Yeah, I be on it. Yeah, I know I'm forcing it. I just live. I just struggle, but I keep pushing. Solid enough to be a choker when I drink.
It's a bala like a cabana.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we are set to go in just a moment.
On the dotted line, I've been flying out of town for some peace of mind. It's like always, they just want a piece of mind. I've been focused on the future, never on right now. When I'm sipping, I can butcher you, you can pick a brown. I'm the one that introduced you to you right now.
And a pleasant good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Jacksonville State women's basketball from the Spanos Center. See that California flag behind my right shoulder from Stockton, California. It's the turkey tip-off between the Gamecocks of Jacksonville State and the Aggies of UC Davis. So I hope all of you back in Alabama and everywhere, all of you watching and listening, hopefully all of you had a good And again, a pleasant good afternoon and happy post-Thanksgiving to all of you. My name is Doug Greenwald. I'll be filling in this weekend, today and tomorrow for Jacksonville State. Here in Stockton, it's the visiting, no visitors here today. So one of those neutral side games. I guess the visitors would be Jacksonville State. That's why I said visiting. But it really is a neutral side game today between Jacksonville State and UC Davis. So, again, hopefully all of you are digesting your turkeys and whatever you had for Thanksgiving. Maybe you didn't have turkey, but hopefully all of you are digesting all of your fixings after a good feast, and you're able to spend it with friends and family. And as I said, today, neutral site contest between Jacksonville State and UC Davis. So Jacksonville State, they came, about 2,000 miles. I was talking to the head coach, Rick Petrie, said that the team got out here on Tuesday and able to just relax, see some of the sights around the San Francisco Bay Area. And had a practice yesterday, had a lot of turkey last night, and good to go here this afternoon. So Jacksonville State coming in off a win against the University of New Orleans. That game was at UNO, and Jacksonville State winning that contest by a count of 65-62. So Jacksonville State comes into today's action at 2 wins and 3 losses. Meanwhile, for UC Davis, the Aggies come in with a record of 4-2. UC Davis coming off a win against their local rival, non-conference rival, but local rival, Sacramento State on Monday night, a game that was in Sacramento by a count of 70-67 in overtime. So first ever meeting between these two programs, and I'll talk a bit more about that throughout the broadcast here this afternoon. So again, we welcome all of you on YouTube Live. I want to before I get started, thank the likes of Athletic Director Greg Seitz and Associate AD of Broadcasting Bill Bussey, Mike Paris, and, of course, head coach Rick Petrie and Preston from the Sports Information Office, all of whom have been extremely helpful in arranging all this. But it's not about me. It's about Jacksonville State playing UC Davis. So this will be a two-game tournament. It's really what you could call a round robin. And I know round robin generally means three teams, but in this case, these are set opponents. So UC Davis tomorrow will play Milwaukee. Jacksonville State tomorrow will play the host school, the University of Pacific. So this is where this tournament is. It is in Stockton. Just to give all of you who, for the most part, our audience being right now in Jacksonville or Northeast Alabama, just to give you an idea, Davis is roughly an hour just to the northwest, just a pinch to the northwest of Stockton. So Davis isn't even staying the night. They're just commuting. And obviously Jacksonville State, well, they're not commuting. They are staying the night, obviously, throughout the last few days. So anyway, that is what things look like here this afternoon between Jacksonville State and UC Davis, first ever meeting between these two programs. I look across the court right now and see a couple of coaches who have been at it for a long time at their respective schools. Jennifer Gross, who's in her 15th year at UC Davis, 15th year as a head coach at UC Davis. She played at UC Davis. She's been an assistant coach at UC Davis and the all-time wins leader there in terms of women's basketball with just over 260 wins, I guess 262 to be exact. But anyway, Jennifer Gross and Rick Petrie talking right now, and I was talking to Coach Petrie the other day, or yesterday to be exact, and Coach Petrie saying, yeah, you know, known of Jennifer, no connection, have never met, and I just saw the two of them shake hands. So, as I said, I think it should be a fun afternoon here between a couple of teams who really don't know much about each other. Obviously, this is as we call this, I guess you could say, intersectional battle, coast to coast, if you will. So these two teams, as I said, going at it for the first time. We're going to take a little bit of a break, and then when we get back, we will give you the starting lineups coming up. We'll let you look at me and look at the back of the arena. Again, obviously, we cannot provide on-court video of this game because that is being streamed by ESPN Plus. But obviously, audio is fine, and that's what we are doing on YouTube Live. So we'll be back with the starting lineups in a moment. You're watching Jacksonville State women's basketball on the Gamecock Sports Network.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Alex G. Spano Center for Day 1 of the Tiger Turkey Tip-Off Game 1 matchup featuring the visiting Jacksonville State Gamecocks and UC Davis Aggies. Game 2 right after this will feature the visiting Milwaukee Panthers and your Pacific Tigers. The West Coast Conference and University of the Pacific promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. Please treat all players, coaches, and team representatives in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist comments, or other intimidating actions will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the arena. Thank you for your cooperation.
Bring them out, bring them out, bring them out, bring them out. It's hard to yell when the background's in your mouth. Bring them out, bring them out, hey. Bring them out, bring them out, yo. Bring them out, bring them out, hey. Bring them out, bring them out. VIP to the lobby, VIP
We are back here at the Spano Center, still awaiting the starting lineups. I don't have them yet. They've not popped up yet on the screen, but obviously once they do, we will get them to you. So I mentioned this is a two-game tournament here at the Spano Center. The other team that is part of this tournament, who Jacksonville State will not play, is the University of Milwaukee. So Jacksonville State tomorrow will play at 5:30. It'll be a 5:30 tip tomorrow here against the University of Pacific. So Jacksonville State and UC Davis again getting set here this afternoon. One thing of note for Jacksonville State, I was talking to Coach Petrie before the game, and unfortunately for Jacksonville State, Maya Barnes will not be playing today. Barnes, third on the team in scoring with 9 points a game, and Barnes, who had had such the really good game against the University of New Orleans in the last contest with 22 points. And she unfortunately will not be playing. So she got hurt in practice yesterday, and instead it will be Brooklyn McDaniel. She will be starting in place of Amaya Barnes. Coach Petrie said that Barnes might be able to go tomorrow. He's not sure, but unfortunately in Jacksonville State, as you know, has been shorthanded this year. So unfortunately, as I said, they will be down a player this afternoon. So it'll really be an 8-man, if you will, 8-person rotation for the Gamecocks. Okay, we're going to keep it here, folks, and we're going to pause for the playing of the national anthem.
At this time, if you're able, would you please stand and remove your hats as we join our players and coaches in honoring America with the playing of the national anthem.
All right, the national anthem this afternoon. All right, now we have the starting lineups for you. First for what is the designated road team. Davis is actually going to be the designated road team today, even though they only play about an hour from here. Again, under 15th year head coach Jennifer Gross. Starting at the point guard spot is Ryan Bennett, and Coach Petrie very impressed with Ryan Bennett, the sophomore point guard from Long Beach. Davis is leading scorer at 20 points a game, a 5'8" sophomore guard. The off guard is Avery Sussex. She's a 5'8" sophomore out of Coquitlam, British Columbia. The third guard, Nia Epps, a local product from Northern California, 5'10" senior guard from El Cerrito. That's near Oakland. The perimeter or the post players, Tegan Young, a 6'1" junior forward. She's a transfer from Manhattan University. She's out of the Boston area, Leominster, Massachusetts. And in the middle, the all Big West center, Megan Norris, 6'3" senior from Menlo Park. And again, I'll be specific with all of you listening in Alabama. Menlo Park is just south of the San Francisco airport, and Megan Norris is in the middle. So Bennett, Sussex, and Epps in the backcourt Tegan Young and Megan Norris up front. Jennifer Gross is assisted by her husband, Joe Teramoto. He is the associate head coach. Matt Clemon is one of the other assistants, along with Vicky Baugh, who once played in the WNBA. Vicky Baugh, certainly familiar with the state of Alabama. She played for Pat Summitt at the University of Tennessee. Mia Gallo, Deja James are the other assistants. For Jacksonville State and 13th-year head coach Rick Petrie, Eden Sample will start at one of the guards, a 5'8 redshirt senior from Sewanee, Georgia. The point guard is Michaela Hobdy, the 5'6 junior guard out of Troy, Alabama. Also for Jacksonville State, Victoria Carvalho, a 6'3 senior from Rio de Janeiro, coming off a 12-point, 13-rebound game at New Orleans. Adriana Jones, Speedy Jones, 5'6 senior guard out of New Bern, Alabama. And Brooklyn McDaniel mentioned gets a start today, a 5'11 senior forward out of Heflin. So again, it's Sample along with McDaniel, Hobdy in the backcourt, Carvalho and Jones round out the starting lineup for Jacksonville State. And the 13th year head coach in Rick Petrie. He's assisted by Eric Wise, Rachel Barnes, Tony West, Harley Cook, and Deshaun Montgomery. All right, that is that in terms of the pregame, and we are ready to go here at 3 o'clock Central Time. The referees for today's game is assigned by Violet Palmer and the West Coast Conference. The lead official is Lorena Ahumada, working alongside her David Arden and Deanna Butler. Lorena Ahumada, David Arden, Deanna Butler are your Violet Palmer assigned referees for today's game. Mention UC Davis is the designated road team today, so they are going to be in the navy blue, the alternate colors white and gold. So white letters, white numerals. The Davis uniforms have the player's last name spelled below the number. Jacksonville State is the quote-unquote home team for this one, so they'll be in the white jerseys with, of course, as many of you know, the red and black as the alternate colors, numbers on both sides. Jack's State spelled across the front of the shirt, red and black, as I said, the alternate colors. So we are, as I said, ready to go here from Stockton, California. Those of you unfamiliar where Stockton is, if you go over the Bay Bridge from San Francisco without traffic. Now, I know those of you in Jacksonville, Alabama, don't really know about traffic or crossing bridges necessarily, but pardon my sarcasm, folks. But anyway, I would say Stockton is to San Francisco in terms of distance would be Jacksonville to Birmingham. So just to give you an idea, Stockton is just a pinch to the southeast of by about an hour and 20 minutes from where downtown San Francisco is. So, as I said, we are ready to go. Again, no history between these two schools. I think these matchups are a lot of fun. These teams have never met. There's no connection between the coaches. I talked to Rick Petrie yesterday about that. Really no connection with the players. I talked to a couple Davis players about that. They don't really know one another. So this is one of the fun times where these two schools really have nothing in common. And we are set to go. So it'll be Carvalho to jump center for Jacksonville State. Megan Norris for UC Davis. Lorena Ahumada tosses the ball up. And we are underway post-Thanksgiving. Hope those turkeys are digested. And UC Davis has first possession, moving from my right to left. Avery Sussex with it forecourt. Hands off now to Bennett. Now to Sussex, top of the key. Dribbles with her right hand. Jacksonville State goes primarily man-to-man, according to Coach Petrie. Sussex with it. 15 on the shot clock. Dribbles with her left hand. Out on her is Hobdy. Now back to Norris. Trying to go back door. We'll talk about that more in a moment. Bennett, low block to Epps. Works her way up. Puts it up. No good. And the first rebound of the game comes to Hobdy. And Jacksonville State has its first possession. No score here. 35 seconds gone by from San Joaquin County. Far side of the floor with it is Brooklyn McDaniel. Strong to the bucket. Puts it up and in right there off the glass. So Brooklyn McDaniel getting a start here this afternoon, and she has her first 2 points and the game's first 2 points. And it's 2-0 in favor of Jacksonville State. And now the backdoor pass goes out of bounds. I mentioned the back door, and I talked to Coach Petrie about that yesterday, and I asked him, I said, what are your main concerns about UC Davis? And he says, you know what? They run that, what they call the Princeton offense. It's a backdoor offense that was originated by and it sounds redundant to say, legendary longtime men's basketball coach at Princeton, who's no longer with us, but Pete Carrill. And he said that one thing that really impresses him about UC Davis is Jennifer Gross and her ability to teach and run that backdoor offense. That's not easy to defend. He says he's really impressed by that. Hobdy with it, forecourt, 2-0 Jacksonville State. Hobdy, she dribbles with her right hand. Out on her is Bennett. Now to the free throw line for Carvajalo. Now to Sample, strong to the bucket. She lays it up way off the glass, no good. Way high off the glass, no good. And the rebound to Ryan Bennett. Up ahead now comes Young. Top of the key for Sussex. Lobs it down to the free throw line for Megan Norris. Out on here is Carvalho. Works her way in. Megan goes up, lays it up, no good. And the rebound to the Brazilian in Carvalho. Again at 13 rebounds, double-double at New Orleans in the last game. Carvalho, third school where she has played. She played at Tarleton. She's played at Idaho. She's a graduate of the University of Idaho. Played 1 year for the Vandals. Now McDaniel with it. Works on Norris. 8:14 to go first quarter. Lays it up, no good. And the rebound comes down to Megan Norris. Outlet now to Ryan Bennett. She brings it into the forecourt. Swings it now to Norris. Norris, far side of the floor for Young. Now to Sussex. Works her way in on McDaniel. Puts it up. That's no good. And the rebound comes down to Hobdy. 2-0 Jacksonville State. Hobdy up ahead for Sample. And Eden Sample lays it up. And a nice pass there from Hobdy, the point guard. And Sample, who averages 5 points a game, makes it now 4-0 Jacksonville State. Sample 2 points in New Orleans back on the 22nd, so a week ago. Had a couple of points there. Norris high block, back out now to Bennett. 15 on the shot clock. And Bennett's going to be called for a charge. So Ryan Bennett, that is the first foul for either team. So Ryan Bennett called for the infraction. So that's her first foul and the first team foul for the UC Davis Aggies. 7.5 to go here, first quarter. It's 4-0 Jacksonville State in this neutral side game. Jones with the ball, forecourt jumper, too strong off the glass. Gets her own rebound, lays it up, no good. And the rebound comes down to Avery Sussex. 4-0 Gamecocks. 7:14 clock ticking here first quarter. Now Epps with the ball, forecourt. Epps dribbles with her right hand, backing her way in on Sample, puts it up off the glass and in. So Epps lays it up and in and makes it 4-2 now in favor of Jacksonville State. Epps coming in, averaging 13 points a ball game for the senior from the Bay Area. Top of the key, three-point attempt by Hobby, no good. And Epps comes away with the rebound. Dribbles with her right hand, forecourt across the big Tiger painted court. Now to Sussex for a three near side, perfect. Avery Sussex, pretty touch right there. And it's now 5-4, UC Davis in a hurry. So Avery Sussex, her first made three. Sussex makes it now 674 consecutive games that UC Davis women's basketball has made a three-pointer. That goes back to 2003 when the ball is Carvalho, and she loses it, and Megan Norris takes it away. 6:20 to go first quarter, and a 5-4 UC Davis lead. Doug Greenwald with you on the Gamecock Sports Network. Sussex backdoor to Young, but too far underneath. Puts it up, no good. Ball hit the base of the backboard, or base of the rim, but a foul is called, and that foul is going to go on Brooklyn McDaniel, and that'll be her first foul and the team's first. And it'll be Tegan Young to the free throw line for a couple of tries. Young has started all 6 games for the Aggies, and Tegan's first free throw is up and good. Young 4 for 5 from the free throw line this year, averaging 5 points a game. She makes it now 6-4 UC Davis. Young's second free throw is good. So points 1 and 2 for Tegan Young. She checks out of the game, and in for UC Davis is Emmy Erstula, a 6'1 freshman guard. She's out of Sweden. Erstula has played in the first 6 games all off the bench for the Aggies, averaging 6 points a game. Gamecocks with the basketball. Right now a 7-0 run for UC Davis. We're down to 5:57 first quarter. McDaniel trying to back her way in. Cut off. Back out now for Sample. Been guarded by Ryan Bennett. Sample dribbles with her left hand, stops middle lane, tries to dish off to Carvalho, loses the ball, and Ryan Bennett takes it away. Bennett dribbles out of bounds right in front of our broadcast location. Bennett looks back at official David Arden and said, really? Well, she did. Vic Baker will come in for UC Davis, and Epps will come out. Vic missed the first handful of games this year for Davis with an ankle injury. She suffered it in practice in October. 5'9" senior guard from Austin, Texas. Transfer from UC Irvine. Jacksonville State with the basketball. Hobney with it forecourt. Top of the key now for McDaniel. Brings Erstel out on her. Now swings it near side for Sample. Top of the key for Jones. That's a three-point shot up back ram. Bouncing in and out. No good. Everything but right there. And the rebound to Megan Norris. 7-4 UC Davis. 5:16 clock ticking here. First quarter. Norris top of the key. Not afraid to shoot for a 6-3 post. Now to Bennett. Back out Norris. There's the shot top of the key, and it's good. So Megan Norris knocks it down from three. Her first made bucket today. 10-0 run for the Aggies makes it 10-4. Norris comes in averaging 10 points a game. Go along with 9 rebounds. So really averages a double-double, 9.7 rebounds to be exact. But I rounded up to 10. I always give the player the benefit of the doubt no matter what team. Sample with the ball, forecourt. Now dishes back to McDaniel. Spot up three near side. That's no good. Off the right side of the rim, and the rebound comes down to Avery Sussex. We have a media timeout upcoming at the next whistle. We're down to 4.5 to go in the first quarter, and it's a 10-4 UC Davis advantage. Again, right now a 10-0 run for the Aggies. Norris takes one dribble. Now over to Bennett, and we have a whistle, and a foul is going to be called. And that's going to go on Hobney. And for Hobney, that will be her first foul and the team's second. When we get back for UC Davis, Theoni Sami will come in and Epps will return for the Aggies. So we'll take a 90-second break. UC Davis 10, Jacksonville State 4. You're listening to Jacksonville State Women's Basketball on the Gamecock Sports Network.
Oh. The only one, huh?
Yeah. David, where are you from?
Originally from Portland. I live in Concord, though.
Oh, okay. I saw you at stuff the other night.
Oh, did you? Yeah. That was a fun game.
Oh, Lehigh, yeah.
That was a fun game.
We are back here at the Spanos Center at a 10-4 UC Davis lead over Jacksonville State. Doug Greenwald with you. This is our first media timeout. By the way, you heard me reference the Spanos Center. And those of you who follow the NFL and over the years, that's right. It's the same Spanos family that owns for many years, what was the San Diego Chargers, now the LA Chargers. But the Spanos family is originally from Stockton and obviously have put in a lot of money to the school here at UOP, University of Pacific. And we are on the UOP campus. UC Davis, 3 for its first 6 at 50%. Jacksonville State, 2 for 10 at 20%. The Aggies led so far by Avery Sussex and Megan Norris, each with a made 3. Brooklyn McDaniel, Eden Samble, each with a couple of points. As the Aggies inbound, Bennett with it in the corner underneath the Sami, and she lays it up and in. So Theoni Sami, who just off the bench, she has her first 2 points. She's plays sparingly for the Aggies. She's a post player, 6'1" freshman from Athens, Greece. So it's now 12-4 UC Davis. A couple of subs for Jacksonville State during the last time out, including Mina Jurgovic, who just missed that shot. Rebound to the Gamecocks. Jurgovic goes back up and misses it. And the rebound to Ursula, and she travels. Also, let's go back to Jurgovic. Mina Jurgovic, the 6'1" freshman forward from Serbia. Maria Sanchez Ponce, 5'10" junior forward out of Spain. She is also into the game for Jacksonville State. And also in there, Kiera Thornsberry, 5'7" sophomore guard from Pikeville, Kentucky, 4-time All-District player in high school in Kentucky. 3:40 to go here, first quarter. It's 12-4, UC Davis. Doug Greenwald with you on the Gamecock Sports Network. Thornsberry with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Top of the key for Sanchez Ponce. Tries to go inside, and she is fouled with 2 on the shot clock. So the Gamecocks bailed out there. It's going to be a reach-in foul. And that will go on Epps. That's her first foul and the team's second here in the first quarter. 3:29 to go, first stanza, 12-4, UC Davis. So it's Thornsberry to inbound to the left of where the Gamecocks shoot. Back out to Jurgovic for 3, and she knocks it down. So Jurgovic, that stops the 12-0 Aggie run, and that is her first made 3 for Jurgovic. First made 3 today, makes it 12-7, UC Davis. Ursula to a cutting Bennett, and Ryan Bennett lays it up and in. So Bennett has her first 2. Nice pass from Ursula, makes it 14-7 in favor of the Aggies. Bennett, a major concern to Rick Petrie. Bennett, 25 points in the game at Sacramento State a few nights ago. Underneath, Carvalho lays it up and in. So Carvalho has her first couple of points this afternoon, and it's 14-9. UC Davis from Stockton here this afternoon. Epps with it. Out on her is Jones. Now between the circles for Bennett. Ryan double team near side for Epps. Now to the near corner. Ursula for 3. That's up and rattled in. So Ursula has her first 3 points today. Third made 3 now for the Aggies. And it's 17-9 in favor of Jacksonville State. Ursula, that's her 8th made 3 this season. Jacksonville State with the basketball. 17-9 is the score now. UC Davis. Sanchez Ponce strong the bucket. Throws it up off the glass. It counts. And she will go to the line. And Sanchez Ponce slams her fist in the air saying, yeah. So Sanchez Ponce has her first 2 points this afternoon. Vic Baker called for the foul. And Vic Baker, that is her first foul and the team's third. And Sanchez Ponce to the free throw line for the old-fashioned 3. And her free throw is up and good. So makes it now 17-10 in favor of UC Davis. Sanchez Ponce from the free throw line this year, coming in today, 3 for 4. Team second leading scorer, coming in at 10 points a game. Bennett with the ball, forecourt, and now with 1:57 to go in the first quarter. And a blocking foul is going to be called on Jones for Jacksonville State. So that'll be her first foul and the team's third. Each team with 3 fouls. Sami comes out of the game and into the game for the first time for UC Davis. Sophie Lintfer, 6-foot freshman guard out of Anchorage. And she'll fire up a 3 from the far corner and knocks it down right on cue. So Lintfer's first touch is a good one. 4th made 3 for the Aggies. It's now 20-12. UC Davis. Lintfer, the true freshman, 7th game for her, all off the bench. 5th made 3 of the year for her, averaging 3 points a game. And now whistle and a travel. Looks like Sanchez Ponce called for the infraction. It's 20-12. Let me correct it. The score is 20-12, UC Davis. Scoreboard here is behind me and to my right, or that way, whatever way you want to look at it here. Near the Canadian flag is the scoreboard here. So I only can, the scoreboard, that is all the stats, that is. Let me correct that. Lintfer, again, puts this one up and in. So Lintfer, who just came in about a minute ago, now with 5 points lead everybody, 22-12, UC Davis. There are scoreboards around the arena. What I'm saying is it's the scoreboard that has all the other player stats, for example, points and fouls, things like that. Now jumper by Jones, no good, but she draws the foul. And looks like that's going to go on Epps. So for Epps, that's her second foul and the team's fourth. So Speedy Jones, as Coach Petrie says she's referred to, goes to the free throw line. 5'6" senior guard, had 6 points against UNO, but Jones, 26 points in the loss at home to Southern Miss, most points by a Gamecock this year. Jones' free throw is good, and it's 22-13 in favor of Jacksonville State. Second try, Jones up, and she knocks that one down. So Jones points 1 and 2 for her. Jones, 71% free throw shooter entering this afternoon. 22-14 is the score. UC Davis. Epps, by the way, with the 2 fouls comes out, and Avery Sussex back in for the Aggies. Sussex has it. Now goes back door to Bennett. Bennett puts it up and in over Thornsberry. They run the back door there, and Ryan Bennett now with 4 points, and it's 24-14. UC Davis. We're down to 30 seconds here in the first quarter. Doug Greenwald with you on the Gamecock Sports Network. Back out Thornsberry. Top of the key for Jurgovich. Out on her is Norris. Jurgovich played 2 years at Morehead State. Now throws the ball and looks like it goes out of bounds off one of the Aggies. 16 seconds left in the quarter. 10 on the shot clock, so 6-second difference. Game clock, shot clock. And Thornsberry to the right of where the Aggies, or where the Gamecock shoot will get it in. Gets it into Jones. Works on Sussex. Top of the key now, McDaniel. 5 on the shot clock. McDaniel underneath the Jurgovich. Goes up and lays it up and in. So Jurgovich now with 5. And the whistle is blown right now. 24-14. UC Davis. And the Aggies with 5 seconds left need to go 94 feet. Bennett from midcourt. It's up. No good off the left side of the rim. Well, Bennett, who usually makes some midcourt shots in practice, misses there. So we are done with 1 quarter. Post-Thanksgiving, the turkey tip-off from Stockton. And after 1, it's UC Davis 24, Jacksonville State 16. We'll be back in the second quarter in a moment. You're listening to Jacksonville State Women's Basketball on the Gamecock Sports Network. We are back here in Stockton, and after 1 quarter, it is UC Davis 24 and Jacksonville State 16. Doug Greenwald with you on the Gamecocks Sports Network. Again, neutral site action here this afternoon from Northern California. Jacksonville State scored the first 4 points. UC Davis then they rattled off 12 in a row, but it's an 8-point Aggies lead. And just about everybody who's played for the Aggies has scored, led by Sophie Lindfer off the bench in just 2 minutes with 5 points. And then Avery Sussex, Emmy Ursula, Megan Norris, among others, with 3 points. Jacksonville State led by Mina Djurdjevic, and she's got 5 points, including a made 3. Aggies 9 for 13 from the field, shooting it well at 69%. Jack State 6 for 16 at 38%. Jacksonville State with the basketball. McDaniel with it, and she loses it, and Megan Norris takes it away. Here come the Aggies with the 24-16 lead. Sussex has the ball forecourt. Now to Young. Teagan in the pink high tops has the basketball. Now high block, or give it to Lindfer. Now to Norris, the high block. Back to Lindfer. Sophie tracks it down. Out on her is Thornsberry. Now swings to the Sussex. Not on the shot clock. Lob pass underneath to Norris. Now to the near corner for Bennett for 3. It's up. No good off the right side of the rim. And the rebound to Djurdjevic. Down to the hands of Thornsberry. Dribbles with the right hand. Over to Djurdjevic. Brings Norris out on her. Far side of the floor for Thornsberry, being guarded by Young. 9:04 to go, second quarter, 24-16 UC Davis. Djurdjevic will just fire it up top of the key for 3, and it rolls around the rim and it drops. So Djurdjevic now with 8 points today. And it's 24-19 UC Davis. So now whistling an offensive foul is going to be called by referee Lorena Ahumada. And that's going to go on Avery Sussex, and that is her first foul. And the first on the Aggies in the second quarter. 24-19, UC Davis. Mentioned this is a West Coast Conference assigned referee crew because a West Coast Conference team, University of Pacific, is hosting this tournament. Thornsby works her way in on Sussex, and Avery blocks the shot. Avery Sussex blocks the shot and takes the ball away. Sussex, who is from British Columbia, 31 games last year in her freshman year for the Aggies. Now Bennett, low block for Young, twisting and turning, trying to get position. Works on McDaniel, back out Norris. Out between the circles for Sussex. 10 on the shot clock. She'll just fire it up for 3. No good off the front of the rim. Young hustles for the rebound toward the free throw line and gets it back out to Bennett with a fresh shot clock. Bennett dribbles with the right hand. Fresh shot clock at 20. Now far side of the floor. Gives it to Lindfer, and her pass thrown away, taken away by Djurdjevic all the way to the bucket, and she lays it up and in. So Djurdjevic into double figures now with 11. That matches her season and career high. She had 11 points in the first game of the year against LaGrange, so already matching her high. 24-21, meanwhile, is the score. UC Davis. Young trying to go backdoor to Bennett, too far underneath, and Djurdjevic comes away with the rebound. Aggies lead by 3 at 24-21 over the Gamecocks. Now near side of the floor for McDaniel. Back out Djurdjevic for 3. That's an air ball and goes out of bounds. So Djurdjevic, well, she was feeling it. I mean, she's got the hot hand. I can't say blame her. She's come in, done a great job so far off the bench. But Djurdjevic there just, I guess you'd say a little too much right there. Jackson State now 2 for 7 from behind the arc. Aggies are 4 for 7 from three-point land. Norris underneath reverse layup around Djurdjevic and good. So Megan Norris now with 5 points this afternoon. And it's 26-21 in favor of UC Davis. 7:03 to go. Clock ticking here in the first half. Thornsberry with it, forecourt. Now to Djurdjevic, works her way inside and misses that. Missed everything, and Lindfer comes away with a rebound. Sussex hustles the ball into the forecourt, swings to the north to the high block, works on Djurdjevic. Megan dribbles with her right hand, now low block, puts it up off the glass and in. It counts, and she is fouled. So Megan Norris now with 7 points. And it's 26-21, UC Davis. So Norris with her first 2. And Djurdjevic called for the foul there. That's her first and the team's first here in the second quarter. So Megan Norris will go to the free throw line for a couple of tries. Norris, 41 minutes, scored 6 points in the game at Sacramento State the other night. I say the other night, meaning on Monday, and she knocks down the free throw. She's got 8 points, and it's 29-21. UC Davis leads by that margin with 6:34 on the clock moving in the first half. Thornsberry with it, forecourt, dribbles with her right hand. Thornsberry, 4 points, 3 rebounds in the game at New Orleans last week. Now over to Sample behind the three-point arc. Hurstel out on her, 5 on the shot clock. Now to Sanchez Ponce, and she hustles to the bucket and lays it up and in. So Sanchez Ponce now with 4, and with 6:08 to go second quarter, it's 29-23 in favor of UC Davis. Sussex with the basketball, front court, bounce pass now to Norris at the free throw line. Carvalho out on her. Now Norris takes it to Carvalho. Little baby hook. In and out, no good. Everything but. And Sanchez Ponce has to tiptoe to stay in bounds. Comes away with a rebound. Does the Spaniard. Strong toward the bucket. And she loses the ball off her left leg. And the ball goes out of bounds back to UC Davis. So it's 29-23 in favor of the Aggies. Both Aggies losses this year have come to, I would say, probably schools from conferences a little stronger in the Big West. Loss at Boise State and a loss at Stanford. Hobdy back in for Jacksonville State, and Thornsberry comes out. Epps back in with 2 fouls, low block, reverse layup, up and good. So Epps now with 4, and it's an 8-point UC Davis advantage at 31-23. We're down to 5:26 to go in the second quarter here at the Spanos Center. One more game at this place, at this facility today. Now Epps picks the pocket from Hobdy. Naya with it, and a blocking foul is going to go on Michaela Hobdy. So that'll be her second foul. She's the first Gamecock with 2 fouls and the second on the team. And again, with the Gamecocks shorthanded, it's Hobdy and Thornsberry pretty much switching sides, if you will. Again, with Maya Barnes not playing today due to injury. So Hobdy and Thornsberry, as I said, kind of subbing for one another as Sussex has the ball, forecourt, takes a middle lane, dishes off, and the ball deflected out of bounds. Last touched by Jacksonville State. 31-23, UC Davis. Aggies 60% from the field. Jacksonville State 41% from the field. And the Aggies will inbound. It will be Sussex to inbound to the right of where the Aggies shoot. Gets it in now to Epps. Now just being back at the free throw line to Norris, trying to go back door, and the ball goes out of bounds. And that will take us to our second quarter media timeout. So 4:59 to go in the first half with the score, UC Davis 31, Jacks State 23. Back in a moment, back in 90 seconds on the Gamecock Sports Network. We are back, 4:59 to go, second quarter, and it's 31-23. UC Davis leading Jax State. So the Aggies' longest run today, 12-0 run. Jacksonville State's had a 7-0 run. The Aggies, for the most part, have led throughout. UC Davis 12 for 20 from the field at 60%, 4 for 7 from three-point land at 57%. They've made all their free throws, all three of their free throws. Jacksonville State 9 for 22 field at 41%, 2 for 7 from behind the arc. Gamecocks led by Mina Djurdjevic with 10 points. Aggies have 8 points from Megan Norris to lead the way. Sanchez Ponce with the ball, forecourt. She dribbles with her right hand, loses the basketball. And Ursula takes it away for the moment. Now her pass is restolen by Thornsberry. Thornsberry with it, and Sanchez Ponce is hobbling. Sanchez Ponce, it's really 4-on-5 right now. She is hobbling. Meanwhile, Jacksonville State running it set. Sample with it into the corner. Thornsberry for three. In and out, no good. And the rebound comes down to Epps, and they're going to stop play. There was not a fast break, and Sanchez Ponce, not sure if it's a cramp, but she's hobbling. That does not look good. And boy, as if Jacksonville State hasn't had enough right now with injuries. Mentioned Maya Barnes not playing today, and Sanchez Ponce is having to be escorted off the court by a couple of trainers. So feel bad for her, and Carvalho has to come in. So again, Jack State really shorthanded. And again, Sanchez Ponce just couldn't really move much. Norris underneath, and she is going to be fouled with 4:06 left, and a 31-23 UC Davis lead. And that foul is going to go on McDaniel. That's her second foul, and the third for Jacksonville State. And in the second quarter, so Megan Norris will go to the free throw line. Second time today that Norris has gone to the stripe. Norris 1 for 1 from the free throw line. Megan coming in to today's game at 71% from the line. So 2 shots for Norris, the first of which is good, hit the back of the rim, and it goes in for Norris. Now with a UC Davis high, 9 points this afternoon. 32-23 UC Davis. Norris' second free throw is good. So Megan is into double figures. She's got 10 points this afternoon. That's her fourth double-figure game this year. Now the 7 she's played. 33-23 UC Davis. 3:53 left, second quarter. As Djurdjevic with the ball forecourt. Top of the key now to Carvalho. Now to Thornsberry. Now back to Sample, takes it inside, jumper middle lane, too strong off the back of the rim, and the rebound to Norris. It's 33-23, UC Davis, the designated visiting team here this afternoon. Sussex with it, hands off to Epps, now near side of the floor for Young, out on her Thornsberry, now to Norris at the high block, works on Carvalho, near side of the floor for Epps, trying to use the Norris screen. She works on Jones, Epps twisting and turning her way in, puts it off the glass, no good, and the rebound comes down to Carvalho. Now to Thornsberry, hustles the ball with a right hand forecourt. Now to the near corner for Eden Sample. Dribbles with her left hand. Out on her is Sussex. Now lob pass inside for Carvalho. Gets it up over Norris. No good. Good job by Megan Norris to stay down. Kept her hands up, and the layup is missed. Rebound to Epps. Outlet now to Sussex. Avery. She dribbles the ball with her right hand in the front court. Out on her is Thornsberry. Top of the key now for Norris. Megan takes one dribble, right hand. Now over to Epps. Uses a Norris screen. 2:49 to go, second quarter. 33-23 UC Davis. Sussex has it. Has the ball poked away by Djurdjevic. Into the hands of Young. 6 on the shot clock. Tegan with it. Now cut off low block. Gets it up over Djurdjevic and puts it home. So Tegan Young, her first made field goal today. She's got 4 points, and it's a 35-23 lead for UC Davis. Again, Young coming in at 5 points a game. The transfer from Manhattan. Wasn't there a rock group called Manhattan Transfer? Now far side of the floor for Jones. 3-pointer. It's an air ball far side. And the rebound near side to Ertztula. It's 35-23 UC Davis. And now the Aggies will slow things down here with 2:08 and the clock running in the second quarter. Epps out between the circles, being guarded by Jones. Now to Norris. Backdoor. Nice to Ertztula. And she lays it up and in. So great job by Epps. Ertztula makes good. She's got 5. 37-23 UC Davis. Yeah, Coach Petrie talked to him yesterday, and I know I mentioned this before. He said that Princeton offense is tough to defend. He is really, really impressed by the way that Davis runs that offense. Jones with it, forecourt, floater, middle lane, barely grazes the rim, gets her own rebound, goes back up, puts it up, and good. Good second effort there by Speedy Jones. So Jones, her first made field goal today. She's got 4. It's 39-23. UC Davis. Ursula cuts to the lane. Now at Epps, near wing 3 up, back rim, no. And the rebound to Djurdjevic. Young takes it right out of her hands and puts it up and in. Kind of a reverse layup. Just kind of looked up the ceiling, put it up on the backboard and in. Young now with 6, and it's a 39-25 lead for UC Davis. We have 1:11 on the clock ticking here in the second quarter from Stockton. With the ball front court, Djurdjevic dribbles with her left hand. Long blonde ponytail now over to Carvalho. Back to Djurdjevic. Step back, rainbow 3, top of the key. No good off the left side of the rim. And Jones trying to keep the ball alive. Can't. The ball will go back to UC Davis. Coming up at the half. We got 53 seconds to go. Second. Coming up at the half, we're going to keep it here. I'll give you some stats. And then Greg Wong, who broadcasts for UC Davis. And I'll explain kind of the unique situation. I haven't got into it yet today, but I'll talk about it with Greg at halftime. Kind of the unique situation we have with the broadcast set up today. I don't mean our broadcast location, which is courtside across from the benches, but the unique connection that Greg and I have as it relates to this game. Strong to the backboard, strong to the bucket, Bennett, and Ryan draws the foul. And that foul's on Jones. That's her second and the fourth on Jacksonville State in the second quarter. And Ryan Bennett, she will go to the free throw line for a couple of tries. Bennett from the free throw line at 84%, again, averaging 20 points a game. First free throw, Bennett up and pretty touch there, knocks it down now with 5. 47 seconds left, and it's a 40-25 UC Davis advantage. Bennett's second free throw up and also good. So Bennett with 6, and it's 41-25 UC Davis. Coach Petrie so impressed by Bennett, not just, with her stat sheet, but just in terms of, field goal proficiency, almost 50% from the field coming into the day, how efficient she is. And just, he says, certainly, the Big West is a good conference, but Bennett, he feels, could play almost at any level of Division I. Top of the key, 2 up. That looked like it was deflected. Jones shot the ball, and now whistle. And like an offensive foul. I think the Aggies came away with a rebound, but there might have been a push-off underneath or an elbow. Megan Norris called for an elbow. So Norris, that's her first foul, the team's second for UC Davis. Coming in for the Aggies, Carrington Davis, who plays for UC Davis. 5'10" freshman guard out of Rialto, California. That's east of Los Angeles. Davis, 6th game for her, all off the bench, averaging just over a point a game. 4-time varsity MVP at Rialto High. Really good basketball down. Again, those of you from Alabama mentioned that Rialto is, I guess you could say, greater L.A., east of L.A. as you get toward the San Bernardino area. But a connection that Carrington Davis that helped get her to UC Davis is that Carrington Davis, she played in a summer league in the L.A. area for the Cal Sparks High School Summer League. And her coach with the Cal Sparks, Ryan Bennett, her teammate at Davis. So Ryan Bennett, Ryan wasn't the coach, but Ryan Bennett's dad was her coach. So obviously a connection there. So Carrington Davis kind of getting her feet wet at Division I and has played sparingly so far for the Aggies. Scored over 2,000 points in high school in Southern California. Now, meanwhile, the Aggies are reviewing the foul. Remember the new rule in college basketball this year, whether it be men's or women's, you can challenge a foul. You can challenge plays in the restricted area. If the challenge is successful, the Aggies keep their challenge and don't lose a timeout. If the Aggies lose the challenge, then they're out of challenges and they lose a timeout. So the referees running through that play. They're running through the plays right now. So we're looking at the monitor right now. So 21 seconds left, and the Aggies are up 41-27. A big weekend for Jacksonville State. Tomorrow, football that will kick at 1 o'clock in Jacksonville. Western Kentucky at 8-3. Jacksonville State at 7-4. A couple of bowl-eligible teams going at it tomorrow in the regular season finale between those two. So Mike Paris, of course, will have the call for you on that one for the Gamecock Sports Network. I hope Mike had a good, what Mike did for Thanksgiving. Ask Mike. But anyway, Mike will have the call in for that one tomorrow. We are still awaiting to see the call here. The men's basketball team for Jacksonville State, they'll be back in action at Pete Matthews Arena coming up 6 o'clock start on the 1st of December. They'll take on the Lions, who will make that long drive down from Florence, Alabama. University of North Alabama will take on Jacksonville State. All right, the verdict is about to be announced here. To see, again, the Aggies are challenging the offensive foul on Megan Norris, whether or not she swung that elbow. I do not have a monitor, at least a replay monitor, near me. So, mentioned Rick Petrie and Jennifer Gross meeting in midcourt. Again, those two had never known, did not meet at all until, I guess, before the game today. And
after review, the call is being upgraded to a flagrant one.
oh,
There'll be 2 free throws for Jackson. Anyone can shoot, and then they will get the possession opposite table.
you know what? I beg your pardon there, and I apologize. This is all on me. I thought Davis was challenging whether or not that was a foul. I'm totally wrong on that. Apparently, Jacksonville State was challenging that it was a flagrant foul on Norris, and it was ruled a flagrant foul. So that means it's 2 shots for the Gamecocks. I thought the Aggies were challenging whether or not it was a foul. My mistake. I sincerely apologize. So Eden Sample to the free throw line, and she misses the first. So it's 2 shots and the ball for Jacksonville State. There's no ejection on Norris. There's no technical or anything like that. It just stays as 1 foul for her. This means 2 shots in the ball for Jacksonville State. So Sample knocks down one of the 2 free throws. She's got 3 points now, and it's 41-26. Jacksonville State. So that was what was being questioned. It was a flagrant foul being questioned, not whether or not it was a foul. All right, we're done with that. I've apologized enough. 41-26, UC Davis out in front. We're down to 15 seconds. Shot clock is off, so the Gamecocks can play for 1 right here. And Thornsberry, being guarded by Davis, has the ball. It's down to 7 seconds. Thornsberry strong toward the bucket, puts it off the glass, no good. Rebound to Lintfer, and that will be that here in the first half. So the Aggies, for the most part, leading throughout and take a 15-point lead to the locker room. So we are done with 1 quarter here from Stockton on this post-Thanksgiving Friday with the score, UC Davis 41 and Jacksonville State 26. When we get back, we will take a look at the first half stats, and so we will take a break. And then, again, we mentioned that Greg Wong, one of the broadcasters for UC Davis, who is all of about 3 feet to my right, will also join us at the half. We'll shoot the breeze with Greg Wong as well at the half. So, again, we'll take a break. Halftime score from Stockton, it's UC Davis 41 and Jacksonville State 26. We'll be back with a half in a moment. This is Jacksonville State women's basketball on the Gamecock Sports Network. Test. Test, test. Test, test, test. All right, we are back here at the half, and the score is UC Davis 41 and Jacksonville State 26. This is Doug Greenwald, and we are on the Gamecock Sports Network this afternoon. Again, when Greg Wong momentarily from UC Davis will join us at the half. UC Davis in the first half, the Aggies, for the most part, leading throughout, largest leads with 16 points. Aggies 15 for 25 from the field at 60%, 4 for 8 from behind the arc at 50%. So the Aggies shooting very well, and 7 for 7 from the free throw line. The Aggies led by Megan Norris, 10 points and 6 rebounds in 18 minutes. 6 points apiece for Tegan Young and Ryan Bennett. 5 for Emmy Urstula and Sophie Linfer. 3 points for Avery Sussex, 4 for Nia Epps, 2 for Theone Sammy. Victoria Baker played 3 minutes, did not score, and Carrington Davis played 1 minute, and she did not score. For the Gamecocks of Jacksonville State, 10 for 31 from the field at 32%, 2 for 10 from behind the arc at 20%, and 4 for 5 from the free throw line at 80%. 10 points off the bench for Mina Djurdjevic in 12 minutes, 4 for 8 from the field, 2 for 4 from behind the arc, 10 points and 2 rebounds. 5 points for Maria Sanchez-Ponce, who unfortunately for her looked like might have sprained an ankle and had to leave on crutches. So she had 5 points in 10 minutes. 4 points for Speedy Jones, 3 for Eden Sample, 2 points for Brooklyn McDaniel, 2 for Victoria Carvalho, and Michaela Hobdy and Kiera Thornsberry each played and did not score. And the Gamecocks scored the first 4 points, but after that, the Aggies on a 12-0 run and ended up going up at the half by a score of 41-26. So we welcome Greg Wong to the broadcast. There's Greg right there. All right, Greg. So let everybody back in
Hi, Doug. How are you?
Jacksonville, Alabama. We're good. So I teased this a few minutes before halftime, and we have a unique
Viewership
setup.
must have skyrocketed.
Well, it is. I mean, they came running back. You know, they were going shopping at the outlets over in Oxford, Alabama, and up to the town square in Jacksonville. And they were able to follow us on their phones and such, and hustle back, knowing that you would join me here at halftime. So we have Greg Wong joining us. So I mentioned right before halftime, kind of a unique setup here. So I didn't mention this before the game or at any time during, but Greg and I share the broadcast duties for UC Davis women's basketball. Greg, for the most part, on ESPN Plus. He's on the radio side today for UC Davis, but we'll do some radio non-conference road games such as these. So when I found out that Greg was shoving me aside for this weekend, that's where I contacted.
That's how I phrase it to you.
Yeah, I know. Just shoved me aside. Mean man. So I contacted Greg Seitz, who put me in touch with Bill Bussey over at JSU, and here we are. So, again, I'm filling in for Jacksonville State, but I pretty much am there for 99.9% of the Aggies games. Greg sees all the Aggie women's home games and select road games as well. So kind of a unique setup, how we're sitting about 3 feet apart and sharing the same broadcast as we normally do on the Davis side, radio and TV, but today a little bit. All right, enough of me talking.
You're Gamecock today, though, to be clear. Today and tomorrow.
I am a Gamecock. In fact, I even changed on the computer the little picture on the monitor of the Gamecock logo. So anyway, well, we welcome you and thank you for joining us. First of all, how was your Thanksgiving?
Very good. Very good. Yeah, it was. I'm glad that I could stay local. I feel a little bad for players like those on Jack State because they had to come all the way out here. And you said it, I'm sure, during the broadcast. They came out here on Tuesday, so I always feel bad for those type of players. A lot of them international, but many of them are from the South and around Jacksonville that they were not able to spend it with their families. So hopefully they had a nice team Thanksgiving yesterday.
Yeah, in fact, Coach Petrie and you and I both grew up in the same part of Northern California, same area essentially. So Coach Petrie, who has spent pretty much his whole life in the South, whether it be Louisiana or Alabama, so he told me this. He said that per person last night, welcome to California, $60 per plate dinner for Thanksgiving. Now, of course, that includes all the fixings, and I'm sure
and that's a usual unlimited. Just day out to lunch for you too. To be clear,
it is, and you know those of you might not about me, but might be familiar. I broadcast for the Birmingham Barons in the summertime, but I told Coach Petrie this. I said, $60. Welcome to California, and there's no Waffle House out here. Now, if they were still in the Jacksonville area, somewhere in the South, they could have had a $6 turkey dinner with all the fixings of the Waffle House. But he said to me this. He says, when they left Jacksonville the other day, he looked at the one of the local retail stores and gas stations, and it was like $2.47 a gallon for gas. Greg, you and I can only dream about that.
I think I paid about double that price this morning. And unlike you, Doug, I don't drive one of these, big gas-guzzling trucks that takes up half the road and they have to get premium for.
Well, I will say this. With Jacksonville State, Greg Seitz, the athletic director, he arranged a limo for me to be picked up today at the house.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Greg arranged the limo today. I think Greg's going to arrange the courtesy car
really
tomorrow.
Nice. Wow. Wow. Well, yeah. Well, we're not going to do that for you when you come back to the Aggie broadcast.
Anyway, no, as I say, Greg and I share the duties. Kind of a unique setup here. And Greg, I know that I guess these matchups are fun because they're sort of I guess you can say sectional parts of the country. But you talk about this, and I know our target audience here is Jacksonville State, but you see this Davis team all the time. And I've talked about it since the game has started. Coach Petrie's been very impressed with the back door. You might know this better than I do. And he asked me, and I didn't have the answer for him. He wanted to know, and you've been with the program a little longer than I have, and he went to school at Davis. How long has Jennifer Gross run that Princeton offense?
The entire time she's been there. It was something she inherited from the last head coach, Sandy Simpson, and so she has tweaked it and modernized it through the years. But I said on the air today that basically what Jacksonville State is seeing tonight is as well as I've seen it run. And it's tough to defend when you don't defend it very often and you have players that are experienced like the Aggies have. And I think for any team, it'd be tough to catch up, let alone one that is injured like the Gamecocks. And this is about as well as I've seen Megan Norris just in terms of her full floor game operate the Princeton with a lot of her passes. And it's just so tough for Gamecocks players to keep up with all the moving parts.
Yeah, I mean, what he told me yesterday is so true what he has seen now. I mean, it wasn't and I also mentioned that even though I didn't know how long Jennifer has run it, Coach Gross, but she's also very close with the Stanford staff, Tara Vanderveer, former Stanford coach, but she's always going to be the coach at Stanford as far as I'm concerned. But
all right, Doug, I got to get back to my broadcast, but I hope I allowed you to rest your voice a little bit.
A little bit, so.
Collect yourself and hope you have a great call.
All right, Greg.
But not too great of a call because you're on the bad guys team today.
Yeah, on the enemy side.
But Doug, I'm sure the people in Jacksonville are very, very happy to have you deliver their games today, and hope they enjoy the rest of your call because you're obviously a top-tier broadcaster, and they're very lucky to have you.
Well, Greg, thanks. I'll put the check in the mail, too.
Yeah,
so.
Thank you.
All right,
thank you.
Greg Wong.
$1 million, yeah.
All right. Greg Wong, who, again, is I I guess I could say my co-broadcast, one of our broadcasters with UC Davis joining us here at the half. So we thank Greg for joining us. We will keep it here at the half. Again, with the score, UC Davis 41 and Jacksonville State 26. I don't think Greg has ever been to Jacksonville, Alabama. Probably not a lot of people on the West Coast have. And, understandably, all you folks at Jacksonville, I say all. I'm sure a lot of people think, oh, yeah, Jacksonville State must be in Florida. But I don't have to explain out here. It's out in Calhoun County, out in Alabama. So, again, Greg Wong joining us at the half. So, as I said, Jacksonville State will get a bit short-handed right now, and you got to feel bad for the for Coach Petrie and the Gamecocks because of injury. Again, with Maya Barnes not playing, that's obviously a big loss as one of the post players, and then Maria Sanchez Ponce, another one of the posts, getting injured in the first half. Got to really feel bad for her, too. It looked like it might have been an ankle sprain, so she had to be escorted off the court, and then had to leave at halftime on crutches. So already a shorthanded Jacksonville State team, and hope the best for all who have come down with injury. So it's 41-26. UC Davis out in front against Jax State. We're talking about Jax State coming out here this week. And, it's one of the fun things that I don't think really any of these players had ever been out to. Coach Petrie didn't think any of these players had ever been out to California. So what they did was they hung around San Francisco the other day and got to go to Alcatraz. Got to go to Alcatraz and hang out there. So I talked to Coach Petrie before the ball game, and he said that or I kind of joked with him. I said, well, if the team doesn't play well today, going to Alcatraz is, motivation. So because they don't play well, they could have he kind of joked. He says, I could have just said, you guys don't play well. You're just going to stay here for a while. But anyway, I think a good time was had by everybody. But right now, a UC Davis 41-26 lead over Jacksonville State. So we're about to start the second half here. And for Jacksonville State, it'll be Carvalho, Sample, along with Hobdy, Jones, and McDaniel. Same starting five for Jack State. UC Davis, the same thing. Sussex, Young, Bennett, Epps, and Norris. So we are ready to go here to start the second half. The UC Davis ball, and the Aggies will move from my left to right. So Bennett with it to forecourt, being guarded by gives it to Sussex. Now over to Bennett. Back out to Sussex. Near side of the floor for Young. Jack State goes man-to-man. Sussex to the free throw line for Megan Norris. 41-26 Aggies. And some miscommunication there. I think Sussex was supposed to break. Norris was going to throw the ball to Epps, and the ball hit Sussex on the side of the head. And a foul. However, the foul was called on Jacksonville State, and that's going to go on Hobby. So that is her third. foul. And the first on Jack State in the second half. 20 seconds gone by, second half, and it's 41-26. UC Davis steps to the ball, forecourt, swings it to Young. Young holding the ball around her waist, now over to Davis. Far side of the floor for Bennett. Ryan with it, top of the key. Young for three. That's up, no good off the front of the rim. And the rebound to Carvalho. First possession of the second half for Jacksonville State as Thornsberry with the ball forecourt. Thornsberry came back in for Hobby after that last foul. Thornsberry, who played 14 minutes in the first half, did not score. Immediately back in there in the second half. Now Jones with it. Three-pointer, far corner, or far wing, up and good. That's banked in. So banked in there by Jones. So called glass right there. I don't know if she called it, but Jones now with 7 points. And it's 41-29. UC Davis. Norris, middle lane, floater up and good. So Norris now with 12, and it's 43-29 in favor of the Aggies with 8:38 left here in the third quarter. With the ball forecourt with the Jacksonville State. McDaniel with it. Out on her is Young. Both these teams pretty much play primarily man-to-man defense. Now whistle and a foul. And that's going to go on Avery Sussex of Davis. That is her second foul. And the first for the Aggies in the half. In the quarter, that is, third quarter. 8:27 to go, third quarter, 43-29. UC Davis. Thornsberry with the ball between the circles. She dribbles with her right hand. Out on her is Bennett. Trying to go baseline. Now swings it far side of the floor for Sample. Far wing three. In and out, no good. Spun around the rim, did not drop. And the rebound comes down to Avery Sussex. Dribbles the ball across midcourt. Now she'll fire up a far wing three. No good off the right side of the rim, the near side. And the ball will trickle out of bounds. Back to Jacksonville State with 8:02 left. And the ball back to the Gamecocks. Thornsberry has it far side of the floor for Carvalho. Takes one dribble back to Thornsberry. Being guarded by Bennett. Thornsberry keeps dribbling, working her way in now to the near corner for Jones. Now goes baseline, puts it up off the back of the rim. That's no good. Jones hustles for her own rebound. Fresh shot clock at 20. Back to Thornsberry with 7:36 to go in the third quarter. Takes the free throw line. Jones jumper, rounded out, no good. And the 6'3 Norris comes away with a rebound. Bounce pass outlet to Bennett. Now cross-court pass, forecourt Bennett. Far corner for Young for three. That's up, no good. Off the back of the rim. Ball comes right back to her, and Young lays it up and in. So Tegan Young now with 8. And the lead is up to 16 for UC Davis at 45-29, which matches its largest lead with 7:09 left here in the third quarter. McDaniel has it forecourt. Being guarded by Young. Now to Carvalho. Plays behind the three-point arc. Brings Norris out on her near wing. Top of the key for Thornsberry. Out on her is Bennett. Thornsberry swings the near side of the floor for Sample. Being guarded by Sussex. 4 on the shot clock. Sample, and she's going to be called for a charge. Sussex and Sample each fell down like bowling pins, but Sample called for the foul. So it's her first and the second foul on Jacksonville State here in the third quarter. And with 6:44 left here in the third quarter, it's 45-29. UC Davis. Epps dribbles the ball with her left hand. Now over to Norris. Megan with it. Takes one dribble. Bounce pass now to Sussex at the free throw line. Back out Norris for a rainbow three. That's up. No good. Grazes the right side of the rim. And the rebound to Thornsberry. Hustles the ball forecourt. Now she'll dribble it back out behind the three-point arc. Out on her is Sussex. Now low block. And a whistle and a foul is going to be called with 6:19 left. And that's going to go on Young of UC Davis, her first, team's second foul here in the third quarter with 6:18 left. As Thornsberry has it behind the three-point arc. Top of the key now for Brooklyn McDaniel. Out on her is Ryan Bennett. Trying to use a screen from Carvalho. McDaniel working her way in, puts it off the right side of the rim, no good. And the rebound to Megan Norris. Outlet now to Ryan Bennett. She brings it into the front court. Bennett trying to work on Jones. Back out now for Epps. Epps stops, high block, bounce past to Norris. 5:51 to go third quarter. Now whistle, and I believe a holding foul is going to be called. And that will go on the Gamecocks, and that will be whistled on Brooklyn McDaniel. That's her third foul, and the third on the Gamecocks in the third quarter. So McDaniel and Hobby each with 3 fouls. Remember, the Gamecocks very short-handed right now. Sanchez Ponce hurt in the first half. Barnes not playing today due to injury, so Djurjevic back in, and McDaniel comes out. It'll be Sussex inbound, side out for the Aggies. Lob pass inbounds to Norris, gets it into Sussex, back to Norris. Megan able to get Jones in the air, takes it strong to the bucket and lays it up and in with her left hand off the glass. It counts, and she is fouled. She's got 14 points to lead everybody. 47-29 UC Davis. And that foul's going to go on Speedy Jones. That's her third foul. And the fourth now on the Gamecocks. And Norris to the free throw line. For the old-fashioned 3, and her free throw is up and no good. So she misses that one on the rebound to Carvalho. So 47-29. UC Davis out in front. 5.5 left here. Third quarter. Neither team has used a timeout today. Carvalho with it. Norris all the way out on her on the perimeter near side. Hands the ball off to Jones. Far side perimeter 2 up, no good. Hustles for the trying to get the rebound. Rebound though, Young. Young really just took the ball away from Jones. Outlet now to Bennett. Ryan brings it into the forecourt. Now feeds a cutting Norris to the bucket and lays it up and in. Nice pass there from Bennett to Megan Norris. So Megan up to 16 points. 20-point advantage for UC Davis. It's 49-29, exactly 5 to go here. Third quarter, we have immediate timeout upcoming at the next whistle. Thornsberry with it, forecourt, brings Bennett out on her, dribbles with her right hand, down to 4:50, third quarter. Thornsberry, top of the key, now stops and fires it, and the ball intercepted by Young. Young, an uncontested layup, and she missed it with her left hand. Gergovich got the ball for a moment. Young trying to get it back, and now a loose ball foul. And the foul's going to go on Jack State. And we'll see on who the foul is called, and that's going to go on Thornsberry. And for Thornsberry, that will be her first foul, and the fifth already for Jacksonville State. So UC Davis will shoot free throws when we get back. Our third quarter media timeout, 4:37 left. With the score, UC Davis 49 and Jacksonville State 29 on the Gamecock Sports Network.
Correct.
4:37 left, third quarter. UC Davis 49 and Jacksonville State 29. Doug Greenwald with you on Gamecock Sports Network. The Aggies 19 for 34 from the field at 56%. 4 for 12 from behind the arc at 33%. And 7 for 8 from the free throw line at 88%. Megan Norris close to a double-double today for UC Davis. She has 16 points and 8 rebounds. So Norris, who this season has had already 2 double-doubles, and she's on the verge of another. 16 points, 8 rebounds for Norris. 5 points for Sophie Lintfer, 5 for Emmy Erstula, 8 points for Tegan Young. Jacksonville State led by Mina Djurdjevic. She has 10 points to go along with 3 rebounds, 7 points for Speedy Jones, and 5 for the injured Maria Sanchez Ponce. Lady Gamecocks 11 for 37 at 30%, 3 for 12 from behind the arc, and 4 for 5 from the free throw line. All right, the ball back in action. Vic Baker played briefly in the first half for the Aggies. Back in there. Bennett with it, and back door to Megan Norris, and Megan lays it up and in. Nice pass from Baker. Norris now with 18 points. That is a season high for Norris, and it's now a 51-29 UC Davis advantage. Norris's career high 30, had that last season in an overtime win at Santa Clara. Sample behind the three-point arc, uses a screen now from Sample down to the corner, a three-point attempt by Thornsberry. No good rebound. Carvalho back to Thornsberry, trying to find her way up, and she's going to be fouled with 3:53 to go in the third quarter. And that will be a foul on the Aggies. And it'll be 2 free throws, I should say, for Thornsberry. Let's see, that last foul was on. That was on Vic Baker of the Aggies. Her second foul, team's third. And Thornsberry's first free throw is good. So Thornsberry, that's her first point. Thornsberry comes in 4 for 9 from the free throw line this year, averaging 4 points a game. It's also her first point today. 51-30 UC Davis knocks down her second free throw. So Thornsberry now with 2 points this afternoon. Thornsberry playing a lot of late, serves as the backup point guard. Really good assist to turnover ratio. Strong to the bucket, Bennett. And Ryan Bennett lays it up and in. So it's now 53-31 UC Davis. Three-pointer far side, no good by Sample. And the long rebound, tracked down on the corner by Erstula. By the way, Bennett with a last bucket, she's got 8 points. Now Norris strong to the bucket, and she's going to be fouled off the pass from Sussex. 53-31 UC Davis. And that foul's on Thornsberry. Sets her second foul. And again, the Aggies are in the bonus. Timeout, Jacksonville State. So that's the first timeout in the, we've already had the media timeout of the third quarter anyway, but this will serve as a full. So first timeout taken by the Gamecocks, really taken by either team this afternoon. So we will step out for 90 seconds. 3:19 to go third quarter. UC Davis 53 and Jacksonville State 31. This is Lady Gamecocks basketball from the Gamecock Sports Network. Back at the Spanos Center with 3:19 left in the third quarter. This is a Jacksonville State called timeout. 53-31, UC Davis with its largest lead. The Aggies 21 for 36 from the field at 58%, 4 for 12 from behind the arc at 33%, and 7 for 8 from the free throw line at 88%. Jack State 11 for 39 from the field, limited to 28%, 3 for 13 from behind the arc at 23%, and 6 for 7 are the Gamecocks from the free throw line at 86%. Remember, the Gamecocks are back in action tomorrow here, and that will be a 5:30 Jacksonville time, 5:30 tip Central Time against the University of Pacific. All right, Megan Jones to the free throw line for the Aggies. And Megan with 18 points and 8 rebounds. 3 for 4 from the free throw line, so she's the leading point and rebound player for either side today. And Megan's first free throw rattled it out, no good. For Norris, who grew up just south of San Francisco, second team All Big West player from a year ago, averaged 17 points, 33 games, 32 starts. Several years ago, Big West Freshman of the Year. So Norris makes good on the second, so she's got 19 points now. And it's 54-31 in favor of UC Davis. So Norris comes out of the game. Theone Sammy back in, strong to the bucket. Brooklyn McDaniel doing the dirty work, and Brooklyn McDaniel lays it up and in. So McDaniel now with 4 points today, and it's 54-33 UC Davis. Baker with it, lobs it underneath now for Sussex, and she's going to be, called for an elbow. So Avery Sussex called for the foul, and for Avery, that is her third foul today, and the fourth on the Aggies in the third quarter. 54-33 UC Davis. So Sussex comes out, and Carrington Davis will come back in. So for the most part, the second unit in for the Aggies. Bennett, the only starter in there right now for UC Davis. Thornsberry with the ball, swings to Grudjevic for 3, and that's no good. And the long rebound comes out to Vic Baker. She hustles the ball into the forecourt. Underhand toss to Carrington Davis, strong to the bucket, puts it up, no good. Sammy with the rebound, and she is going to be fouled, and she will shoot 2. And that will go on Thornsberry, and that's her third. So Sammy will go to the free throw line for a couple of tries. Sammy Sammy first ever free throw as a college player, and it's no good. So Theone Sammy, capital TSAMI, redshirted 2 years ago, and then was supposed to play last year, but then tore her ACL on her right side. So first action for this year, first college action, I don't mean literally today, but this year. She misses both free throws. So again, that was the first time she'd ever gone to the free throw line as a college basketball player. 2:18 to go third quarter. It's 54-33. UC Davis. McDaniel has the top of the key. Drives strong on Ursula, and she puts it up. Strong in the bucket, no good, but she draws the foul with 2:09 left. And that's going to go on Carrington Davis for UC Davis. So for Davis, that's her first foul, and the team's fifth of the third quarter. And McDaniel on the first free throw, and she misses that one. 54-33 UC Davis. McDaniel's second free throw, and she knocks let me correct. I'm sorry. McDaniel knocked down both. She made the first. I'm sorry about that. McDaniel knocked down both. So she's got 6 points, and it's 54-35 UC Davis. Ursula comes out of the ball game for the Aggies, and Sophie Linfer back in. So 54-35 UC Davis. We're down to 1:58 to go. Third quarter. Bennett backdoor to Davis, and it's like she had her layup attempt blocked by Speedy Jones. So here come the Gamecocks who have the ball, but UC Davis up by 19, and now whistle and a foul. 2 shots coming up for the Gamecocks. And that will go on Theone Sammy. So that is her first foul. And Gergovich to the free throw line. The first of which is up and no good off the back of the rim by Djurdjevic. So she will have another opportunity. Second of which is up and good. So Djurdjevic makes 1 out of the 2. She's 1 for 2 from the line now today. So she's up to 12 points for Djurdjevic. 54-36. UC Davis. Bennett with the ball, forecourt. Out on her is Hobby. Bennett strong. The bucket lays up no good. And Djurdjevic comes away with the rebound. Outlet now to Hobby. Hobby hustles the ball, forecourt. All the way to the bucket. Gets around Sami. Puts it up no good. And the rebound to Carrington Davis. We're down to 1:19 to go in the third quarter. 54-36 UC Davis. Lintfer in the corner for 3. Up and good. So Lintfer, her second made 3. She's got 8 points now. And it's 57-36 UC Davis. A whistle here. Not sure what the call is. By the way, Lintfer, and I should have mentioned this earlier, but Lintfer, when she got her 5th point, now she has 8 points, but Lintfer now a career best for her as a college basketball player. Bennett checks out, and Baker checks out. Nia Epps back in for the Aggies, and so is Sussex. Lintfer out of Anchorage, Alaska, as opposed to any other Anchorage out there. 2-time Gatorade Player of the Year for Alaska. Went to Grace Christian High School. 4-time first-team All-State player, All-Conference player there. And anyway, he makes it, now strong to the bucket. I'll correct everything in a moment. Hobby lays it up and in. Hobby, that's her first 2 points today. The score is 57-38. Let's reset everything. 57-38, UC Davis. 34 seconds to go, third quarter. Sussex with it. Hands the ball off for Young. And now an offensive foul is going to be called. That's the right call. Carrington Davis really just kind of reached around and pushed down Sample. So for Carrington Davis, that's her second foul. Again, the team is over the limit. It's a non-shooting foul. So 57-38, UC Davis. Shot clock is off. We're down to 25 seconds here in the third quarter. So Hobby has it well behind the three-point arc, being guarded by Epps. Hobby, she dribbles with her left hand. Again, Epps out on her. Hobby still dribbling. Hands off now to McDaniel, top of the key 3. That's up, no good off the left side of the rim. Rebound, Sami, and she's going to be pushed. And with 3.9 seconds left here in the third quarter, the Aggies will shoot some free throws. And that will go on Eden Sample. That's her second foul. So Sample, the redshirt senior from the Atlanta area, from Sewanee, Georgia. 2 points in New Orleans the last game. Transfer from Old Dominion, where she played 13 games and then eventually got hurt. Last year with Jack State, 28 games, 9 starts. So Sami right back to the free throw line. She's 0 for 2 from there today. And her first free throw, and she knocks this one down. So Sami, that's her third point today. 58-38 UC Davis. Again, 3.9 to go, third quarter. Sami's next free throw up, and that is good. So Sami now with 4. And 59-38 UC Davis. Hobby quickly down the floor with 1 second left, puts it up, no good. And that takes us to our fourth and final quarter. By the way, mentioned Sami now with 4 points. That is a career best for her in a college uniform. So we are done with 3 quarters from Stockton this afternoon with the score UC Davis 59 and Jacksonville State 38. Again, back with our fourth and final quarter in a moment. You're listening to Jacksonville State Lady Gamecocks basketball on the Gamecock Sports Network. Back for the fourth quarter, 59-38. UC Davis leads Jack State. Doug Greenwald with you on the Gamecock Sports Network. Got Bill Bussey back in Jacksonville on production side this afternoon. Hope Bill had a good Thanksgiving. Hope all of you had a good Thanksgiving. Jacksonville State, 13 for 45 from the field at 29%. UC Davis, 22 for 40 at 55%. Aggies led by Megan Norris, 19 points, 8 rebounds. Mina Djurdjevic, 11 points, 5 rebounds for the Gamecocks. Jacksonville State with the first possession of this quarter. Hobdy with it, top of the key. Swings it far side of the floor for Thornsberry. Drives it low block, puts it on the glass, no good. And the rebound to Young. So it's Young, Sussex, Epps, Baker, and Sami on the floor for UC Davis. Thornsberry, Hobdy, Djurdjevic, McDaniel, and Sample for the Gamecocks. Backdoor to Epps. Nice pass from Sussex, and Epps lays it up and in. Epps now with 6. First points are in the second half, 61-38, UC Davis. As, again, we've talked about halftime, I also broadcast for UC Davis, and obviously I've gotten to know Epps quite well. She's from Northern California, from the Oakland area, and I always talk to Epps before every game about who she knows from the other team. A lot of connections, obviously, when Davis plays most of the West Coast schools. Air ball by Djurdjevic, but the weak side rebound, a Sample. And right there, right place, lays it up and in. So Sample with 5. And it's 61-40 UC Davis. So, UC Davis plays, again, primarily colleges from the West Coast, Western region. Young with the ball behind the three-point arc. Now to Sami, and she loses the ball. And McDaniel takes it away. Dribbles with her right hand. Now stops behind the three-point arc. Dribbles with her left hand. Strong to the bucket. Puts it off the rim. No good. And the rebound to Sami. So I asked Epps today, I said to Naya, don't tell me you know anybody from Jacksonville State. That would blow me away. And Jacksonville State with, of course, players mostly from Alabama, predominantly from Alabama or Georgia. A few players from Europe. Meanwhile, a blocking foul is going to be called on Sample. And for Sample, that's her third foul. And the first foul of the fourth quarter for Jacksonville State. UC Davis leads this one 61-40. Sussex will inbound to the left of where the Aggies shoot. Gets it into Epps. And now Epps, and she's tied up, and the arrow stays with UC Davis, as does the 21-point lead with 8:02 to go in the fourth quarter, 61-40. So I asked Epps, I said, I'm guessing you don't know anybody from Heflin, Alabama, or Troy, Alabama. And Epps said to me, nope, I don't know anybody from that team. I'm a Cali girl. So I figured that Naya was not going to know anybody. But as I said, kind of a fun matchup. But a lot more fun right now for UC Davis, unfortunately, for the Gamecocks. UC Davis up 61-40. Lob pass to Sami. Jumper, free throw up and good. Nice pass from Essex. So Sami, that's her first field goal today. She's got now a career best for her, 6 points. And with 7:40 left, 63-40. UC Davis. McDaniel with the ball. Forecourt for the Gamecocks. Now near corner for Adriana Jones. Speedy Jones. And she is going to be fouled. And that's going to go on Epps. That's her third. First foul for Davis here in the quarter. Fourth quarter. Speedy Jones, number 2 guard. Transfer from Troy. Didn't play a lot for the Trojans. Again, a JUCO All-American from Shelton State. A few of the former Trojans on the Gamecocks now from Shelton State. And now whistling a foul. Looks like Tegan Young called for the foul there. So Tegan Young on the foul. It's her second foul. The team's second. It'll be a 3-shot foul.
story. And this, I mean, she hasn't
Well,
played many
my-
games, but this one is her best in an Aggie uniform, bar none.
First free throw coming up here for Sample is up
Time to go.
and good. I had said Shelton State. I had referenced them as the Trojans. Buccaneers, obviously, is what I meant. Shelton State Buccaneers. A few former Buccaneers on this Gamecock team. Well, the first two free throws by Sample are good. Points 6 and 7 for her. 7:25 to go, fourth quarter. 63-42. UC Davis. Sample 9 for 16 from the free throw line coming into the day at 56% because you have Hobdy from Shelton State. Played 2 years there for the Buccaneers. National Junior College runner-up. Well, she was there. And, of course, as we've talked about, Speedy Jones, who had gone to Shelton State where she was a JUCO All-American. So, second free throw there, third free throw up and good. So the three-point play, if you will, by Sample gives her now 8 points after having 2 at New Orleans last game. Now UC Davis will call a timeout. The score is 63-43 UC Davis. This will be the fourth quarter media timeout. So this is a UC Davis called timeout. 7:20 to go, fourth quarter. So again, we'll take it with them. Aggies 63, Gamecocks 43. Back in a moment on the Gamecocks Sports Network.
What do you guys?
Oh, for the excessive
Mega
one.
bars, yeah.
Instead of her doing this, she went up with it, so she was making it. It was unsafe. So it's basically
So
an unsafe.
sideways would have been, even though
It's one of those things. If your elbows are here and you're swinging, it's usually fine when your elbows start getting.
We are back for the final 7:20 here this afternoon. UC Davis 63 and Jack State 43. Doug Greenwald with you on the Gamecocks Sports Network. UC Davis from the field at 24 for 42 at 57%, 5 for 13 from behind the arc at 39%, and 10 for 14 from the free throw line at 71%. The Gamecocks 14 for 49 from the field at 29%, 3 for 16 from behind the arc at 19%, and 12 for 14 from the free throw line at 86%. Aggies' largest lead's been 23 points. Jacksonville State began the game with the first 4 points. Davis led by Megan Norris, 19 points, 8 rebounds. She's the only Aggie in double figures. Jacksonville State led by Mina Jurgovic with 11 points in 20 minutes, and she has 5 rebounds. Aggies with the basketball as Avery Sussex with it. Hands off to Vic Baker. Out on her is Sample. Baker dribbles the free throw line, and the jumper hits the bottom of the net. No good. But somehow hustling for the ball was absent. Threw it off one of the Gamecocks. So it'll stay with the Aggies. Since it was an air ball, there's no reset on the shot clock. So it's at 11 seconds. 7:06 to go in the game. Bennett inbounds it to Young, over to Baker now inside for Norris. went up, lost the ball. A fight for the basketball. Baker on the floor along with Sample. And it's a jump ball, and the arrow says Jack State. So ball will go back to the game clock. Gamecocks. Again, 13th year head coach Rick Petrie after 13 years at the University of South Alabama for the New Orleans native. Certainly enjoyed my chat with him yesterday. I like how Rick squats in front of the bench like a catcher. 6:37 to go in this one. 63-43 UC Davis. Loses the ball momentarily. Hobdy gets it back. Down to the far corner. Sample for three, up and good for Eden Sample. So she's in the double figures now with 11. One short of her season high, which was 12 against LaGrange. And at 63-46 UC Davis. 6:16 clock ticking here in the fourth quarter from the Spanos Center in Stockton. Vic Baker with the ball, forecourt. She dribbles with her right hand. Now hands off to Young. Out on her is McDaniel. Now top of the key for Baker. Dumps it off for Norris. Trying to work her way toward the bucket. Lost it. Hobdy comes away with it and throws it off Norris. So good hustle there by Michaela Hobdy. And the ball will stay with the, or go back to the Gamecocks. Mentioned the Gamecocks and spent some time in San Francisco. Rick Petrie told me that he'd been to San Francisco before when he took the University of South Alabama there back about, 17, 18 years ago. Rick told me that it was the second time he's been to Alcatraz. So he escaped from Alcatraz now twice. Hobdy drives it around the baseline over to Jones. Now takes it low wing, puts it up and in. It's kind of shot-putted that one by Jones. So she has 9 points. There's Speedy Jones, which eclipsed her last game where she had 6 against New Orleans. 63-48 UC Davis. Strong to the bucket. Bennett off the pass from Epps. And Bennett lays it up and in. She's in the double figures now with 10. And with a block foul, that's going to go on Hobdy. That's her 4th. And the second on Jack State in the fourth quarter at 65-48 UC Davis. So Ryan Bennett, as I said, coming in at 20 points a game, leading the Aggies. And she will go to the free throw line for the bonus. So Bennett, no good on the free throw, but Megan Norris hustles for the rebound. Bennett now all 7 games this year. She's been in double figures after 9 double-figure games last year. Norris in the middle of the lane gets it out to Epps, and now whistle and a kickball that's going to go on Hobdy. And it'll stay with UC Davis. 65-48, the Aggies lead this one. Aggies will play Milwaukee tomorrow at 3 o'clock Central Time. Again, Jack State will play the host school, University of Pacific, tomorrow. That is a 5:30 Central Time tip. Now an offensive foul on the Aggies. It's a push-off. That's going to go on Epps. That's her 4th foul. So she is the first player on the Aggies with as many as 4 fouls. And that's the 3rd foul on UC Davis in the fourth quarter. Epps comes out and Linfer back in. So 5:02 left in this one. And it's a 65-48 UC Davis lead. Hobdy down to the forecourt for Djurdjevic. 4:53 to go. We've already had our fourth quarter media timeout. Now McDaniel takes it across the lane. Far side of the floor for Sample. Works on Linfer. Takes it strong toward the bucket. Puts it up no good off the glass. A bit too strong. And the ball tipped out of bounds, and it's last touched by the Gamecocks. And the ball will come back to UC Davis. And down to the far corner. Linfer off the pass for Bennett for 3. That's no good. And Hodby the rebound. And a whistle on a foul. And that's going to go on Megan Norris. That's her 2nd foul. And the 4th on the Aggies in the fourth quarter. 65-48 UC Davis. And Jack State will have the basketball. And Hobdy will bring into the forecourt. Hobdy with a couple of points today for the starting point guard, the former Troy Trojan. Dribbles with her right hand, and now we have a whistle and a foul on the interior. And that's going to go on Megan Norris. And Norris kind of with a sarcastic look there. So Norris, that's her third foul. And now the Aggies with their fifth foul. So Djurdjevic will go to the free throw line once again. And Djurdjevic, her first free throw is first free throw of this sequence. No good. She misses the second, so she's now 2 for 4 from the free throw line today. 65-49. UC Davis with a ball. By the way, Djurdjevic, I misspoke, made 1 out of the 2 free throws. So Djurdjevic with 13 points. And strong to the bucket, laying it up and in, Ryan Bennett. So Bennett now with 12. So Megan Norris, nice pass there. 67-49 in favor of UC Davis. Down to 3:45 and the clock ticking here. But by the way, so Djurdjevic now with 12 points this afternoon. Free throw, or the three-pointer by Hobby, no good. And the rebound to Megan Norris. 3.5 to go in this one, and UC Davis up 67-49. And with the ball forecourt, the Aggies. Baker with it. Hands off to Norris. Brings Djurdjevic out on her. Now back out to Baker. Vick with it. Strong to the bucket. Puts it up. No good. And the ball out of bounds. Last touched by the Gamecocks. Djurdjevic, I want to correct her point total. She's got 12 points. Timeout, Jacksonville State. This will be a full timeout. So we'll step out. This is a full timeout. So back in 90 seconds, 3:06 left in this one with the score. UC Davis 67, Jacksonville State 49. Lady Gamecocks basketball from the Gamecock Sports Network. Aggies inbound to get the sequence going here. We're down to 3 minutes, and the Aggies up 67-49. UC Davis 26 for 47 from the field at 55%. Jacksonville State 16 for 53 at 30%. And now an offensive foul is going to be called on the Aggies. Sophie Lintfer on the foul there. So for Lintfer, that'll be her first foul. Aggies are over the limit. Not that that's probably going to matter here with UC Davis up 67-49. Back in the ball game for Jacksonville State is Kiera Thornsberry. Dribbles with her left hand, works on Carrington Davis. Now to Djurdjevic, strong to the bucket, and she lays it up and in. Good strong move by Djurdjevic. So she's up to 14 points to lead all Gamecocks. And with 2:20 to go, 67-51, UC Davis. So Djurdjevic, season and a career high with 14 points. Lintfer with the ball forecourt, hands off to Davis. That's Carrington Davis playing again for UC Davis. Far side of the floor for Sussex. Now feeds a cutting Sami, and she is going to be fouled at the last moment, says official Lorena Ahumada. And that foul's going to go on Brooklyn McDaniel. And that's her fourth foul. And Sami to the free throw line. Sami 2 for 4 from the line today. Leone talked to her before the season. She just said, man, I'm so relieved to finally be playing after missing the last 2 years. Again, one with a red shirt and the other with a ACL injury. Sami adding to her career best as a college player. Knocks down the first free throw. Now with 7.6. Free throw no good. And Djurdjevic comes down with the rebound. Djurdjevic, that's her sixth rebound this afternoon to lead all Gamecocks. So it's down to 1:52 to go in this one. 68-51. UC Davis. We have to wrap this one up with the ball forecourt. Djurdjevic, top of the key three, and it's banked in. So Djurdjevic knocks it down. Djurdjevic, that's her third made three. She's got 17 points today, 68-54. UC Davis down to a minute and 27 seconds left. Davis works spin move, and she is going to be fouled. That's going to go on Sample. That's her fourth foul. So Sample, McDaniel, and Hobdy all with 4 fouls. Jones with 3, Thornsberry with 3, and this will be a Jacksonville State timeout. We'll keep it here. It's a 30-second timeout. Again, not that timeouts or fouls are really going to matter with 1:22 to go. With a 14-point lead for UC Davis at 68-54. I'm glad you could join us on this Friday afternoon. Again, tomorrow, 1 o'clock Central Time kickoff. Jacksonville State and Western Kentucky will go at it from Jacksonville to conclude the regular season. And both teams bowl eligible. Those of you unfamiliar in Alabama, UC Davis does have football. They have a great football team at the FCS level. Got a top 8 seed in the FCS playoffs. UC Davis will have a bye tomorrow. They don't have to play the first round of the FCS playoffs. Remember the old days when Jacksonville State would be in what was then called 1AA? Well, Davis has a really good 1AA football team, as I mentioned. Carrington Davis to the free throw line, and she misses that, so that is no good. Carrington will have another free throw, and she knocks that one down. Davis from the free throw line. Coming in today, 1 for 2 as a college basketball player, so she has her first point. Other two schools we know how football heavy Alabama, the state of Alabama is. Other two schools in this tournament, University Pacific and Milwaukee, do not have football. So you have Jack State at the highest level of Division I, UC Davis at the FCS level. And the other schools, they said, don't partake. Three-pointer attempt up and good near side by Thornsberry. So Thornsberry, her first made field goal today. She's got 5 points, and it's 69-57 in favor of UC Davis. Thornsberry, it's her third made 3 this year. Down to 43 seconds, and barring something crazy, it looks like Davis will win this one. Jennifer Gross just saying on the Davis side, let's just slow it down. No need to hustle here. No need to be in a hurry here. How about that? Down to 5 on the shot clock. 28 on the game clock. Sami dribbles with her right hand, hands the ball off, and that'll be a shot clock violation with 24 seconds left. Just hand the ball off to Ursula. Couldn't get a shot off. I don't know if she was really trying to get a shot off, but well, we'll go back to Jack State, and this will probably be the last possession this afternoon, as Thornsberry will dribble it out. Right, I don't know if she'll literally dribble it out, but dribbling here, being guarded by Davis. Down to 12 seconds. She dribbles with her left hand. Out on her is Ursula. They switch. Thornsberry trying to take it low block. Shot is blocked by Ursula. Thornsberry gets back. 3 seconds left. Goes back up and puts it up and in by Thornsberry. Now with 7. Down to 1.3 seconds left. 10-point lead for the Aggies. They'll inbound, and that will be that. And UC Davis wins this one today, 69-59. So the two coaches shake hands. A couple of veteran coaches and very professional as well as Jennifer Gross of UC Davis and Rick Petrie of Jacksonville State. Both shake hands, as do the teams right now. Final score here this afternoon. It was UC Davis 69 and Jacksonville State 59 with the win. Davis now at 5-2. Jacksonville State falls to 2-4. Final score: UC Davis 69, Jacksonville State 59. We'll take a 90-second break, and then we'll come back and wrap this one up. You're listening to Jacksonville State Lady Gamecocks basketball on the Gamecock Sports Network. Final score today, UC Davis 69, Jacksonville State 59. Again, with the win, UC Davis goes to 5-2, and Jacksonville State drops to 2-4. Here are the final totals for UC Davis from the field: 26 for 47 at 55%, 5 for 14 from behind the arc at 36%, and 12 for 19 from the free throw line at 63%. Aggies were led, and I failed to mention when it actually happened, but were led in terms of a double-double by Megan Norris, her third double-double this year for Megan Norris, and her 14th career double-double as a college player. Megan Norris, 19 points, 11 rebounds. Ryan Bennett, all 7 games for her this year, been a double figure. She had 12 points today. By the way, Norris, 7 for 10 field, 1 for 2 from behind the arc, and 4 for 6 from the free throw line. Ryan Bennett, 12 points, 5 for 9 field, 0 for 2 from behind the arc, and 2 for 3 from the free throw line. 8 points for Sophie Lintfer, 8 for Tegan Young, 6 for Nia Epps, 5 for Emmy Erstula, 3 for Avery Sussex. I mentioned Lintfer, a career best for her in college. Theoni Sami, 7 points, a career best for her. Victoria Baker, 14 minutes, did not score. And Carrington Davis, she had 1 point. And I think I mentioned, against Avery Sussex, 3 points for her to go along with 3 rebounds. Jacksonville State, led by Mina Djurdjevic, a career best in college, 17 points to go along with 6 rebounds, 6 for 12 field, 3 for 7 from behind the arc, and 2 for 4 from the free throw line. Eden Sample, she had 11 points, 3 for 8 field, 1 for 3 from behind the arc, and 4 for 5 from the free throw line. 9 points for Speedy Jones, 7 for Kiera Thornsberry, which matched her season high. Brooklyn McDaniel with 6 points, Victoria Carvalho with 2, and Maria Sanchez Ponce, 10 minutes in the first half, 5 points, but unfortunately, I don't know if it was an ankle sprain or what it was, but came down and hurt and was on crutches going to halftime. Did not play in the second half for the native of Spain. Everybody did play for Jacksonville State, did score. Remember, they were without Maya Barnes today, out with injury. Not sure of her status for tomorrow. Michaela Hobdy, 2 points and 3 rebounds. Jacksonville State, 20 for 58 from the field at 35%, 6 for 20 from behind the arc at 30%, and 13 for 16 from the free throw line at 81%. Jacksonville State scored the first 4 points, and that was it for them in terms of any sort of lead. UC Davis's largest lead was 23 points. They ran off 12 in a row in the first quarter, led 41-26 at the half, and in the second half, outscored Jacksonville State. Actually, Jacksonville State in the second half outscored UC Davis 33-28, but didn't matter in the end. UC Davis winning this one 69-59, the final today. In front of today's paid crowd of, on this neutral site game, 392. Well, that'll do it for today. A huge thanks to Bill Bussey, Assistant Athletic Director in charge of broadcasting. Of course, Greg Seitz, the Athletic Director. Mike Paris as well, and Preston in the Sports Information Office. Huge help. And head coach Rick Petrie and the entire women's basketball staff. A big thank you to all of you, and, of course, the great production crew putting this one together here on YouTube. So that will do it. Again, Jacksonville State is back in action tomorrow, and they will tip tomorrow at 5:30 Central Time against UOP. Once again, the final score today, it was UC Davis 69 and Jacksonville State 59. Doug Greenwald saying good afternoon from Stockton, California.